Hello and welcome to my podcast. I think I'll probably put this on YouTube as well as Patreon. This is the sort of video that I'd normally just put on my Patreon account. If you've not been here before, my name is Laura and I'm a maker in the northwest of England, although this particular bit of filming is coming from West Scotland. We are on holiday, it's October half term. And I'm not doing any making, so it's a bit of an odd one. If you've been here a while, either on Instagram or on YouTube or on my Patreon account, which is totally free, it was just set up as like just in case Instagram all went horribly wrong, and just because you can put like slightly longer format things on there, but maybe shorter than you might put on YouTube. Anyway, I'm waffling. If you haven't been here before, you won't know that I've had an operation this week. People that have been here a while will know there's been a build up to it. So I've had an operation on this arm. It's in a cast. You can just see the edge of it here. It's like a back slab, so it's just the bottom half is in a cast and then the rest of it is all kind of dressed and bandaged. And I've had an operation on my ulnar bone. It's basically been cut in two and a bit's been cut out, like a slice has been cut out and then it's been screwed back together because my ulnar bones on both arms are too long and it's causing problems for the cartilage here and will eventually end up with like awful arthritis. So I had that. It'll be a week tomorrow. And yeah, I've just had a week of sitting around and not doing very much. It is quite painful, but the pain is now definitely under control. Like I've got like a little regime of what pills I take when. Basically they sent me home with some slightly stronger pills, but I've not taken those for a couple of days, not out of any sort of, you know, like lack of self-love or anything, like, or you know, some people just don't like taking pills. It's not that, it's just the stronger pills can have other side effects that I didn't want to suffer if I didn't have to. So I'm now just on like general over-the-counter painkillers and they're doing okay. Like there's a bit of an up and down, but I'm coping and I'm sleeping. And as I said, it's half term, so my husband's off and I don't really have to do anything. He's being very good and sort of doing all of his job and all of my job, and yeah, we're doing okay. So I thought I'd just pop in and say hello. I've had a lot of really lovely messages, mostly via Instagram, but from people that I know follow me across different platforms. So I'm really grateful, and I just thought I'd pop in and say hello. I'm okay. And yeah, we're here in Scotland, so I don't have, again, if you know me, you'll know that I don't use a mobile phone. So all of the film and the photographs that I take that I put on Instagram or YouTube or wherever are on a tablet computer, which actually I can't really hold and take a picture and kind of move around, because I'm not meant to use this hand to pick anything up or anything like that. And it's all a bit tricky to do one-handed. So I've got it propped up here. But I'm going to get the kids to take some photos like of the outside. We're staying in this like Jacobean tower. It's another landmark trust. So if you watch the video from the summer that I think just went on my Patreon, which was about an old, was it a miner's cottage? I think it was an old miner's cottage in North Wales that we stayed in. This is the same charity. It's called the Landmark Trust, but we're in a Jacobean tower in Dumfries and Galloway. We came yesterday evening. It's about lunchtime now. Well, after lunch, my husband's taken the kids out for a walk, And so here in this lovely room, I'll hopefully put some video in so you can see. This is called like the reading room, and it's really pretty. It's got these lovely comfy chairs, and the ceiling is has been painted. It's not original because I think the original floors all fell in. It was derelict, I think, from the middle of like 1900s, I think. Anyway, but they've painted it. Presumably they had some information to say that's what it looked like before. So I'll put up some pictures, and I really love it. And I think things like this always kind of inspire me, and I always want to go away and say, I'll do this and I'll do that and I'll do the other. But I think because I've had a whole week now of no creative outlet at all, and because before that it was quite limited in what I was doing compared to like my usual sort of output for the last year, like I'm just sat here thinking I want to do this and I want to do that, and so like I've definitely want to go home and like paint on cupboards or something, which I've kind of fancied doing for a while. In a sort of, I bought a few years ago, somebody bought me a book on Charleston, which is like the Bloomsbury group, the house that they lived in, and it's got lots of lovely painting on the tops of the walls or around the fireplace and stuff, and I've kind of had it in my mind ever since then, but I'm a bit too much of a scaredy cat to try it, because I think, oh well, it'll look rubbish if I do it. But then I have done a bit of reading, obviously, but I haven't done as much as I thought. I've read 3 books, which I know might be a lot for some people to read in a week, but bearing in mind I'm not doing much else, I haven't done as much reading. And I think part of that is it's really awkward to read a book one-handed. I have got like a little book rest, but then like turning the pages, or you have to sit at a table or something, and I've just not done as much as I thought. I've been reading these books. This is my next book to read. So I really like the writing of Ann Cleeves. She's just she's a brilliant crime writer. She did the Vera books. They're my favourite, Vera Stanhope books. And then she's also done a series set in Shetland. I've read them before. I've read 8 of them. But when I was in the supermarket, like the week before I had my operation done, I noticed that there was a new one out, and I think it's been quite a big gap. So I bought that in hardback, brand new, which is not something that I usually do, but I bought it. But then I decided I would go back and reread all the others first, partly because I knew I wouldn't really want to concentrate on anything brand new or anything sort of that required like a lot of focus or anything. So I've read the first 3. This is the 4th one, and I'm enjoying it, just plodding through. But I've had a break because I bought this book while I was at Yarndale. It's called Rag Rugs of England and America, and it's just like a little slim volume, but it is, as it suggests, all about rag rugs, about the tradition of it, how it came about, and there's lots of photos of them, and they're really cool. But I've become slightly obsessed with this picture, which is like a painting that has 2 rag rugs in, this one and the one where the dog is sat. But I'm just kind of in love with this interior. Like, my kitchen is that same sort of butter yellow with green, but like a really, really dark green. But my bedroom is like quite a soft green like that, and then we've got a room that's in this sort of soft blue, and if you look at the top here, there is painting up here, like I was just saying, and these are in pink and soft green, and I just really love it. And I really love these sort of wooden wall sconces. I was looking at one online. Now, that's a sort of side issue. I knew that because I was bored and because I'd spend bit of time by myself, because although like my mum was with me for the first few days and then my husband was off, there's stuff to do, there's all the house stuff to do and all the kids to care for, and then my husband had to get like the packing together and everything. So I knew I'd spend more time, I was going to say not more time by myself than I normally spend, because I do spend time by myself every day, but it's usually busy time. I'm usually doing something. I don't usually just sit there like watching a bit of telly or reading a book. And I knew I'd get a bit bored, and I am a bit bored. And I knew then that there would be the possibility that I'd end up doing loads of internet shopping. I know sometimes if you do it overnight when you can't sleep, it's called vampire shopping, because it's like in the middle of the night and you're bored and you're kind of out of it, and it's just... And I have gone a whole week and I spent loads of time. I've looked at loads of clothes shops, and I've looked at like eBay and Etsy and like all sorts of different interior shops and like, you know, vintage shops online and all sorts. I have not bought anything. I'm dead proud of myself. I bought nothing, because that temptation is real, isn't it? Oh, I'm bored and I'm feeling a bit miserable, and oh, that's really nice and that'll make me happy and that'll be good when it comes in the post. I haven't bought anything. I've been really good. So I'm pleased with myself. But one of the things that I looked at was like a little wooden candle sconce, so that the candle was held in a brass holder, and then like it kind of came around. It was quite churchy, and I really liked it. And I thought, oh yeah, I can see some, but I didn't buy it. I was good. I reckon my husband could make me something similar. But then seeing it in this book, I thought, oh yeah, I do actually really like it. I do really want one. I just love everything about it. So I've become quite obsessed with this now, in this sort of desperate need for a bit of creativity. I don't think I'll be putting a fabric frill above the fireplace. I'm not sure that's a sensible idea. It would definitely get very dirty. But I have become obsessed with the idea of making a rag rug. I do want to try and get a little wooden candle sconce thing. I have been for quite a long time looking for a nice ladderback rocking chair, but I haven't found one. But I might, you know, that's just reminded me of something that I would like. And it's got like a patchwork cushion on it, and you know, I love patchwork, so maybe when I get back to using my hands, I might do a few more cushion covers. I did make quite a few last year. It was on my list of things that I wanted to do. And then the stenciling at the top, and then the stenciling in this room, especially like there's a main pattern. I'll show you again, like between the beams, but then just at this side, there's like a soft yellow, quite a strong yellow, but like a soft buttery colour. And then there's a very dark reddy pink and a paler pink, and they are colours that I already have the paint for, and the colours that we have in our house. And yeah, I feel really like, oh, I want to do something. And I know it's just because I can't do anything, and I'm sat around looking at stuff thinking, oh, I want to do that, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. But that's where at the minute, like everything's buzzing around. But yeah, you can see my hand's quite swollen still, and very sore. So, and I was doing a bit of painting with my youngest this morning while my husband was getting lunch ready, and the boys had, I don't know, the older boys were doing Lego or something, and my daughter was reading a book, and he was at a bit of a loose end and wanted to do some painting. He loves painting. So I sat and did some with him. It is quite hard to paint one-handed. Like, I just think naturally you would hold the paper still, or you'd like move the paper or manipulate it or whatever. And obviously I was trying to paint and the page kept moving, so it was not a very satisfactory experience. But I promised him we'll do some more afterwards. He's gone for a walk, so we might do some more this afternoon. So obviously I'm going to be planning like my rag rug design. That's what I'm going to be doing. Anyway, it was just meant to be, hello, I'm fine. I hope you're all fine. Please send me pictures via Instagram or whatever of things that you are doing. Like, I know a few people have said to me, are you sad if I show you my knitting? Are you sad if I talk to you about my knitting? And the answer is no, not really. I mean, it is a bit sad that I can't do anything at the minute, but this is like the beginning of hoping that eventually I will be able to get back to it. And it doesn't make me sad, it makes me happy. Like, I need to live through other people's like creativity at the minute. And yeah, so I hope you're all well, and I will put up I'll probably have already put in some pictures of where we're staying, but I'll put in some more if I can get the kids to take some. And yeah, it's really beautiful. It's a very nice place to kind of convalesce in. Anyway, take care, and I'll speak again soon. Bye. welcome back. This is one of the very nice cosy reading spots in this property. This is on the ground floor. It's quite a big room. It's a bit of a messy room at the minute. There's the dining table there. And behind us, it's like the kitchen is behind there. We've made it our own, as you can see. But yeah, yesterday we went to a place called Wigtown, which is like meant to be Scotland's book capital or something. There were lots of independent bookshops, some of which were really lovely, some of which slightly less so, a bit kind of dirty, and one of them didn't smell very nice. But there was an interesting mix, and some of them, the best ones, I thought had a mix of new books and old books. So I thought I'd show you what I bought. I bought 7 books. So firstly, I bought The Suspicions of Mr. Witcher, which I think is like based on a real series of murders or a murder. And I've seen the adaptation, which was really good. And I think I might have read the book too, but I can't quite remember. But that was secondhand, and my daughter showed an interest in it as well, so I thought I'd get it. And then Meet Me at the Surface. I follow quite a few book accounts on Instagram, and this one keeps cropping up, and I think the front cover's really lovely, so I saw that and thought yes, I'd buy it. The Green Lady, I've heard nothing about. I don't know that author, Sue Lawrence, but I quite liked the blurb on the back. I think it's going to be a bit like a Philippa Gregory type thing, but maybe a bit more sort of thrillery, so I'll report back. And then these 3 all came from the same shop. It was a really nice shop. And the lady in there was lovely. And they're new books, but they were in the second-hand section, and they're all by Moonstone Press, and there was lots of different ones, and there was an offer of 3 titles for £10, which was brilliant. They're kind of, I think they'd fall into that sort of cosy crime era. I've never heard of any of the authors or any of the titles, but, I like that sort of Agatha Christie type novel, and I really like the front covers. I thought they were really cool, and you can't go wrong. 3 books, £10. So yeah, and then the last one I bought, I love these bags. Books are my bag. I've got a few of those. The last one I bought was this, An Oxford Children's History of Britain, the Middle Ages, which I've pretended that I bought for the boys because we've been watching. There used to be, like, when I was an older teenager, there was something on the BBC called Merlin, which I never really watched. My mum loved it. And we've been watching that with the kids, like on a Sunday, the whole family sits down and watches one together. And it's like young Merlin and young Prince Arthur. And I've also been reading books about Arthur and the Round Table to my youngest. And obviously we're in a castle, so I thought they'd be really interested in it. I loved books like this when I was a kid. I can't hold the iPad and turn the pages, I'm afraid, because I've only got one hand, which is also why it's a bit wobbly, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, they're not actually that interested. My youngest has looked at it for like ideas for building castles, but I've been reading it. I really love it. I think it's great. Maybe when I get home, I'll do a proper flick through if anybody else is interested in children's history books. But I am. So yeah, I'm having a happy time. They've all got out on a walk. I think there'll be about an hour. It's a bit grey and gloomy today. But I've finished the books I brought with me. So I'm on 5 to 5. And so far, it's good. Take care. Bye.